Oh, I didn't realize I was live on Break On Through. I was too busy reading the new issue of Supernova Uberalis from my good friend Jeff Williams. You look on my page, you can see how to order these. You can still get both issues. Good stuff. I ain't lying to you either. Now that I got that out of the way, it should be okay the rest of the night. Yeah, I know y'all tune in to see me hacking shit up. All right. Alan says he's loving the new Falls Count Anywhere CD. There it is. A collection of wrestling songs as performed by the Ultra lineup. And if you need a visual aid, there is a photo of the Ultra lineup on the back side along with the track listing. And I will tell you that the burning question, is there going to be vinyl, is yes. TKO will be putting out a vinyl edition, and I'm thinking, I think we're looking at June maybe. Originally I thought May, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're almost in May. Just the last very trailing bit of the cold left. But I'm fine. Otherwise, I'm fine. I've had some amazing healing this week. In particular, this past Saturday night. I'll tell you more about that at some other time. You saw Falls Count Anywhere. I just showed it to you. I got some more stuff available. A Fine Stew, the best of self-made monsters so far, available on Long-Haired Weirdo Records. And some other titles here too. The Streets. 2 titles by The Streets. I highly recommend either one of these, especially this one right here. I got another CD out by the ever-popular Callie Hellstrom, and I'm telling you guys right now, it is almost in out-of-print status. So if you want to catch one of those Callie Hellstrom, the Wolf Within CDs, you might want to do it quickly. And of course, we got 2 pieces of vinyl on Long Haired Weirdo Records. Scott Savage, Joe Buck, split with Joe Young. So, get them. Get them. Let me clean my nose out one more time, man. This is driving me nuts. All right. Got more announcements. Live Antiseen. Antiseen live. The way to catch Antiseen is live. And when we're going to be live, I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to be no jive. You can catch us May 8th. That's a Wednesday night at the Star Bar in Hotlanta, Georgia. On May 9th, Cherry Street Tavern in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Opening for us there at that show will be Sweet Georgia Brown and Josh Mayfield. So you might want to get over there to see that. That's going to be a knockdown, drag out rock and roll party in the street. May 10th we'll be at Reggie's in Wilmington, North Carolina with Kiff and Street Clones, one of our favorite bands to play with, Street Clones from down in Wilmington town. May 11th we'll be at the Tap Yard in Raleigh for an early show at 6:30. Now you're talking our language now. 6:30. Show starts at 6:30. That's not sound check. That's show starts. And at that show, we'll be playing with Kiff, Knowledge is for Fools, and my brother's new project, which I'm hoping is going to be putting something out on Long Haired Weirdo. Dallas Tetanus is the name of his new project. That's right, John. You'll be in bed by 10 o'clock. We'll be on the way home. Oh, yeah. That's the way I like to hear about it. One more announcement before I get into the meat of the matter. Our buddy, Necro Butcher. He's over there in the great country of Japan right now with our madman Pondo. And he has just had a terrible accident where he shattered his hip during a match. And now he's going to be in Japan for surgery and rehab for quite some time. And there is a GoFundMe going around. I'm going to put it on my personal page. I know I got it on the Antiseen page already. And, man, if you can contribute anything, please do. $5, $10, $100, $1,000, anything. Necro puts it out there on the line, man, for everybody's entertainment, and now it's crossed the line into where it's no longer entertainment. This could mess with him for quite some time, and the medical bills are going to rack up. And I mean, I don't even know what this means for his employment when he gets back home. So, if you could please contribute. I'd like for you all at this point to grab your Break On Through brew, as we are going to drink a toast about tonight's top 10 subject. But we're going to say, we're going to drink us a toast here to the memory of Mr. Richard Dickey Betts, who passed away last week. You know, as you know, you may not know, I don't know, he's from the world-renowned Allman Brothers. And Also, he led some really good bands, and one of my favorites is Great Southern. Now, I'm going to do my top 10, my Dickey Betts top 10. And I ain't going to lie to you, a bunch of my top 10 is going to come from the debut album of Dickey Betts and Great Southern, man. It's one of the most underrated Southern rock records of all time, in my personal opinion. Now, if I've ever turned you on to anything here on Break On Through, and you say, damn, Jeff Layton, know what we talking about. Damn, Jeff Layton, you know something there, son. Take my advice on this one. Dickey Betts and Great Southern, self-titled. Get it in any format you can find it in. And then when it's all over with, when it's all said and done, you listen to both sides, or however you listen to it, CD or whatever. Then you go, damn, Jeff Layton, you're right. Here we go. These are my favorite Dickey Betts moments now. Some of this will go into the Allman Brothers. Number 10. Maybe one of the instrumentals he's best known for. Maybe. Some of you may bring up others and go, no. Dickey Betts is known for this, but this is my top 10. And you may be saying, well, you can't be pulling everything from most of one record. Yeah, I can. Again, my top 10. My top 10, my rules. Number 10, In Memory of Elizabeth Reed. Amazing, amazing, amazing guitar work. Number 9, from the Great Southern album I was just railing on about. Bougainvillea. Co-written by Don Johnson. And I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, that Don Johnson. Miami Vice, yeah. Don't let that steer you away, though. I'm telling you, man. My number 8, also from the Great Southern album, the debut. Now, there were a couple. But that debut, man, for me, just did what it was supposed to do. And a country ballad, a country tear-jerking ballad, Is That the Way Love Goes? Which, I know everybody thinks, oh, country music, oh, it's about Satan and murder and pentagrams and all that. No, it's not. Country music is about heartbreak and heartache. And Dickey Betts proves yet again that he could whip out a genuine country song with the best of the country legends. Number 7 from the Allman Brothers, Southbound. Now you might go, oh, okay, well, damn, you played it on Brothers and Sisters. Greg Allman sings it. Greg did sing it on Brothers and Sisters. But through the years, when they played it live, Dickey would end up singing it. But I just think it's a great song either way. Number 6, another one from that Great Southern debut album. Run, Gypsy, Run. Are y'all digging this? Are you digging where I'm coming from on this? Number 5, opening track on the Great Southern album, Out to Get Me. Let me tell you about a great line from that song. You work hard till you're dead, and the only thing that's said, Lord, he sure was a hard-working man. How's that for working class? Yes, sir. Number 4, a great song is a great song is a great song is a great song. I don't care how many times you heard it. It's the only pop rock and roll song that appeared in the 1973 movie The Exorcist. Do you know what it is? In the bar scene, our Father Karras is talking to, who was he talking to? The cop or something? I can't remember. Rambling Man. Over the last few days, man, they've been playing the hell out of that on classic rock radio. But it's just a great song. Number 3, also from the Brothers and Sisters album. Straight country blues, man. Pony Boy. Morning comes and it's time to go. Pony boy, carry me home. Love it. Good. Number 2. You probably say, damn, Jeff Clinton, you got the whole Great Southern album. Yeah, I almost do. But number 2 is Sweet Virginia. From the Great Southern album. I wish I had my Great Southern album here to show it to you so you see what the cover is. But y'all do Google and all that. You know what it looks like. You can find out in a matter of seconds. My number 1 favorite Dickey Betts musical moment. What I consider to be one of the most beautiful songs in modern music, and that is the Allman Brothers from Eat a Peach, Blue Sky. Y'all agree with me on these? Do you even know what I'm talking about on these? You know what I'm going to say next? You got to tell me something. Well, man, tomorrow I guess we're going to get us a Tent Talks Tunes again. Alex says 100% on this Dickey Betts. He's digging where I'm coming from, huh? Yes, sir, Edward Braswell. I know you as Mondo. Blue Sky. Beautiful, beautiful song. I got to start marking stuff off because I've already caught myself almost getting ready to talk about something I already talked about. All right, man, over the last few days, I have made a big list of rapid fire. What do I call it? Rapid fire thoughts. I had to trim it down some because I know some of these are going to get me talking a little bit. You see where Marvel has laid off like a ton of people. Marvel, the Marvel comics movies, they've had to lay off a ton of people. Wonder why? Is it go woke, go broke? Could be. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I can't watch the garbage anymore. I can't. I can't watch it. Oh, yeah, I know what I want to talk about tonight. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and reel this one out now. I cannot stand to hear, and I don't like to talk about people, bands and stuff I don't like, but man, these two, I don't understand the reverence. But I cannot stand Bob Dylan or Neil Young. I don't like either one of them. Too bad when Leonard Skinner said, I hope Neil Young will remember a Southern man don't need him around anyhow. Too bad they were like kind of tongue-in-cheek in it there, but because they were actually friends with Neil Young. But I don't get it. I mean, I think, now, okay. Daniel Clayton, you can't say Bob Dylan. Yeah, okay, Bob Dylan was a great songwriter. He wrote some great songs, but man, everyone that did his songs did them better than him, in my opinion. Just listen to Joe Cocker. Just listen to Jimi Hendrix. Jimmy, you're going to tell me you prefer Bob Dylan's All Along the Watchtower over Jimi Hendrix's? Or he's like a Rolling Stone. Joe Cocker did a ton. The Byrds did a ton. And they did them better than Dylan. Alex, do you think he'll be buried at Rose Hill Cemetery with the... I don't know, man. I know Dickey was in Florida now, I think. Am I right about that? I don't know. I mean, it would be. I think it would be great if you were. That way, if you're going to go visit them, you visit all the boys. I mean, is Butch Trucks? Is Butch buried there? Only one left standing of the original Almonds is J-Mo. Heather don't like either one of like Dylan or Neil Young either. Well, of course you don't. She's my sister. We just like a lot of the same things. I'm gonna tell y'all about some people. Okay, Alex confirms that Butch Trucks is there. They're all there so far. Even Lamar Williams. Okay. Or was it just the original lineup? Lamar came. I guess Lamar took over for Barry Oakley. But man, two groups of people. I am just really getting tired of hearing what they have to say about anything. And both of them were groups that I love a lot. I still do. But how many times do we have to hear Pete Townshend explain away Tommy and Lifehouse? Who cares? And now he's talking about, oh, I'm only doing this for the money. Well, no shit. Like that's a big revelation that you're giving everybody. Pete Townshend, a decades long whiner, in my opinion. Tired of hearing from him. I know, don't read it. I know. And I am sick to death of hearing about what Kiss has to say about each other and their legacy. Man, I don't care. Someone asked me the other day if I listened to Ace Frehley's 10,000 Watts. I have not listened to a note of it. You know why? Because I don't care. I really do not care. You say, well, damn, they're playing with people don't care about listening to you. If people don't care about listening to me, they sure as hell don't have to. They don't have to be here on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Man, I'm telling you what, I had a bunch more rapid fire thoughts, and I'll discuss those next week. I was going to try to get them all, but I knew I'd probably go late, and I didn't want to go too late. But, man, I got a lot of stuff to talk to y'all about. I got two more here. This last one's going to rile me up. You know what else I'm getting tired of? The news. Because I don't believe 90% of what I hear. You go, oh, I bet you listen to some Fox News there, Jeff Layton. No, I don't. The only reason we even had cable was for Fox News. But they got rid of the only decent person they had on there. And the next decent person, they demoted her to a round table discussion at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. And I'm just like, man, I'm not listening to these clowns either. Because I know, and you say, okay, well, you just want to listen to stuff that is tilted to your, well, that may be true of everybody, even though half the people in the world will not admit it. But, man, I can tell when I'm being baited. And a lot of those things they put up, the headlines and stuff, it's designed to piss you off immediately. And man, I've gotten to where I don't even read my news site. I listen to my talk radio on WBT on the way home and in the mornings. Unless they start talking about sports, then I'll flip over to the oldies channel. And I'm not talking oldies, I'm talking 50s, 60s, 70s. Yeah, Coast to Coast is on until it goes off. It signs off right before 5 a.m. But I do listen to some Coast to Coast from time to time. George Norrie. But man, here's something, and I know 2016 and 2020, those 2 years in particular, and all the ones in between, have changed this society permanently. And not for the better, in my opinion. It could be. But I have an example. Yesterday, matter of fact, I posted a picture of my good, close friend, George South. Bootleg Preacher, the Ballad of George South, on False Count Anywhere now. And it was a poster of him, or a picture of him with Mark Robinson, who is running for governor of North Carolina. And I just wrote on the post, here's George, my good friend George South with the next governor of North Carolina, I hope, Mark Robinson. Now, here's the thing. I don't mind if you have a difference of opinion with me. That's fine. We can do that. But the thing I don't understand is, I'm going to tell y'all what, a bunch of y'all on here now. I'm going through my Facebook feed and I see stuff on y'all's pages, and if I were one of these people who felt like they needed to comment on every single thing that I didn't agree with, oh, you'd hear from me. But, man, I'll tell you what I do. I see it, and I either shake my head or I just keep scrolling. Because, all right, you've made this post. You're in favor of this, you're in favor of that. You're telling me, okay, it's an open forum, I get that. But it doesn't mean, or does it mean, I don't know, maybe I'm not playing right. Maybe I'm not playing by the rules right. But does it mean that you have to comment on everything? Stuff I don't agree with, man, I usually just, unless it's, music related. Oh, Brain Drain was the greatest Ramones album. No, I don't know about that, Hoss. That kind of thing. But, but some people just feel like they have to comment on everything. And they start giving you some links. They start giving you their stats. And then they start wanting to debate. Well, why do you think blah, blah, blah? First of all, debating someone in posts in a thread on social media is much like pissing into a fan on high trying to stay dry. What's the point? Do you really think you're going to change anyone's mind? I would say 145% of the time, no. Never. Yeah, Wesley. People that have too much time on their hand. Some of us will have to work. I don't have time to scan the damn internet and find someone that makes a post of something I don't like and start going, well, I'm going to get in here and show you what I believe. Save it, man. Just save it. Now, I made this post of George and Mark. Obviously, I made the post. I'm for Mark. Why do you need to come in on me to let me know that you're against this? You know where you need to show that? At the voting booth. Not on my page. And you might say, well, damn, Jeff Clayton, you talk about, you're into being open and, letting people say that. To quote the great Lynn Anderson, I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden. And I never said my page is an open forum for your opinions and ideas. It is an open forum for my opinions and ideas. And when people start loading it up with a lot of shit, coming in trying to keep me get a little boot party going, I delete them. And I've seen people comment about me doing it. Oh, yeah, this guy thinks he's deleting people he don't agree with. Yep, I do it. And I'm going to keep doing it. Because just because I have a page on here does not mean that I have to allow you to hijack my page with your bullshit. So I will not be doing it. Zuckerberg does it. Zuckerberg don't like something on Facebook. Boy, they'll tell you right quick, you're violating community standards there, son. Well, when you come on my page, you're violating my community standards. So I get rid of you. I don't unfriend you. But what really gets me, and I usually don't, I was going to name a name. I don't think it's a good idea that I do, but a person very well known and renowned in the North Carolina music scene. We've been friends on Facebook for decades, I guess, or a long time. I don't know how long. Never, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever even hit like on one of my posts. Even when I trumpet his greatness for what he did on the Streets Living Theater debut album. Never a thanks, Mon. Nothing. Not even a blue thumbs up. Much less a pink heart. But damn, when he saw that picture of Mark Robinson, boy, he laced up them boots. And he was in there ready to kick. I've known this guy known of him. I don't know him personally. I've met him a few times. But he knows who I am. I mean, we're friends on Facebook. So, and that's what he chooses to come and comment on. Well, I know you're not watching my break on through because there's nothing here that you want to jump on and drag your friends in so they can all, because man, when a boot party starts, boy, people you hadn't ever heard from in your life will start joining in because everybody loves them a good boot party. Especially if it's online, because you don't have to actually physically do anything or have anything done to you. But But all I'm going to say, and I try to stop using this kind of language in my everyday life. But this is the only thing that suits right here and right now. And that is to you and everyone else that feels like you got to insert your agenda on my post and my page. Fuck you. There you go. And if you ever want to come and say something to me about it in person, I will be more than happy to reciprocate and listen to you before I tell you that again right to your face. Because man, when it all boils down, man, with these I mean, at this point, it's not even right, left, Republican, Democrat. It's not that anymore. It's extreme left, extreme right. But I'm not extreme right. Everybody wants it bad to put me in that pigeonhole, put Antiseen in that pigeonhole, but you can't. And I'm not going to run down our resume, but if you would check your history, see what Antiseen has done in this town, you would realize you do not have a leg to stand on. And don't go picking up one of my old records. What about when you said this here, Hoss? That means you're a goose-stepping Klansman. No, it don't mean anything. It means we came up in a time when you could be tongue-in-cheek and say stuff without people crumbling to the ground. What it all boils down to, Antiseen has always, before it became a popular thing to say, we've always been all-inclusive of any and everyone who wants to come see us. We never said if you're this way, you can't come in here. It's like when people start doing that, these people are Nazis. Well, then they start doing Nazi stuff to those people, which in turn flips it right back on them, and now they are the Nazi. What it all boils down to, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again because I mean this, and I will say this into the face of anybody who cares to come up to me and debate me. We practice what you preach. Simple as that. That's all I got. I told y'all I was going to get riled. Well, Conrad, you can go back and watch it. The replay. That's my rapid fire thoughts for the evening. Don't forget, my good pal Jeff Williams has his second edition of his brand new comic book, Supernova Uber Alice, out now. You can get it from Etsy. I'm sure there will be links to it on either my page, the Antiseen page, or if you look up Jeff Williams, I'm sure he's got one right there where you can get this one, or you can get both issues. It's not expensive. It's a good thing to have, and maybe one day this is going to be one of them things you do like I've been doing all my life. I'm going to say that one day this is going to be worth some money up in here. Oh, yeah, okay. But it might be. Don't forget, falls do count anywhere. And you can get counted out 1, 2, 3 by going to the Antiseen Big Cartel Store and getting you one of these tonight. You get it tonight, I'll get it in the mail to you in the morning. You know, JC, man, I'm up at 4 a.m. now. And I ain't getting up sitting there eating some cereal and watching the Good Morning News. No, I'm busy. I'm taking care of business at 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't forget, tons of stuff on Long Haired Weirdo Records. Available now. Callie Hellstrom, Wolf Within, almost in out of print status. Get it tonight. Oh, and I'll tell y'all something else we got planned. We were going to make a single, a 7-inch single of the George South song. But as any of you that may have put out records on your own, no, man, the cost of putting out a 7-inch just, it kind of does not make any sense anymore. That's why whatever the last Antiseen 7-inch single was, that's probably going to be the last Antiseen 7-inch single. I mean, we're not going to do it. TKO's not going to do it. So, if somebody else wants to do it, that's a different story altogether. But, where was I going with that? Don't forget, tomorrow night on Malcolm Tent's Facebook page, Tent Talks Tunes at 7 p.m. So is everybody happy? Everybody good? Everybody enjoy breaking on through? We kind of went back to format a little bit. Yeah, right? A top 10. Some rapid fire thoughts. People have been telling me rapid fire thoughts is a nice format. They like it, man. And you guys still, please, direct message me on the Antiseen, not the Antiseen, on the Jeff Clayton Facebook page. Direct message me. Give me ideas. Brad Mullins gave me some great ones the other night. By the way, Brad, that version you did of 7 Year Ache, Roseanne Cash song, is amazing. I think you should do something with it. If you're not going to do something with it, maybe you want to talk to old JC about doing something on some long-haired weirdo. Okay? Got a lot. Speaking of long-haired weirdo, I got a lot of stuff in the shoot coming up this year. Some good stuff. I'll just give you a little salt and pepper of it right here. How about some Judas Bullethead? How about some Himbre? How about a Before I Hang best of? How about a Seducer best of LP? Man, I'm doing best ofs. I'm doing best of. I'm not doing any. I'll do some reissue titles, old reissue titles that didn't get a fair shake. But otherwise, I'm doing best of compilations. I want my little song and dance that I'm doing right here. I want that to Pied Piper people on in to the rest of that band's catalog and get it directly from them. That's what this is all about. It's not me, it's not me getting rich. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out. Well, okay, yeah. Here's what I'm doing. We were gonna do a 7-inch of the Bootleg Preacher George South song. Instead, what I'm doing is, and this is for George, the only place you will be able to get these is at a George South gimmick table at one of his appearances anywhere in the South or wherever he is. He ends up in New York sometime. He may have some of these. You go CD. He may be in Philadelphia. You can get you one. We're making a Antiseen Bootleg Preacher, the Ballad of George South CD single. It's just that one song on a CD with a nice cover that George could autograph for you. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. So that way we get to push his song exclusively. And of course, he's going to have some copies of False Count Anywhere on CD and LP too. But he will have a vast quantity of the George South single. And I'm going to urge George to sell autographed copies off his website. So if you people want to get in on that, you can get them direct from George himself. So as always, man, thank you for coming and hanging out with me on a Tuesday night. I'm hoping the First Lady's still awake. We're going to go in there. We're going to sit around. We're going to watch a little Seinfeld, and I'm going to bed. Because I'm a rock and roll animal. The all-night party patrol, as long as the party ends by 9:30. But, hell, y'all take care. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I hope you have an even better weekend. This weekend will be the birthday of the First Lady herself, so if you would, on Saturday, stop in on her page or on the post I make, wish the First Lady a happy birthday. She will greatly appreciate it. I will greatly appreciate it. Well, everybody, you take care. God bless you, and I'll see you on the road at one of these 4 shows in May. Take care, everybody.